So now in the following of REST API tutorials in Django, we're going to complete our project. So the first thing we need to do is to create a super user. So Python manage.py create super user. And the reason we do this is to be able to create a user. So let me check something first. So there seems to be an error inside of our project. Cannot import name URLs from to-do API because we do not have urls.py here. So let's create that urls.py. And okay, so it's better for now to just comment this part because I'm going to create a super user for now, but we're gonna use this part, uncomment it. So first we comment it, create the super user, and then we uncomment it. So here I can create a super user and name the super user as someone, for example, Mike, and then the email address mike@gmail.com, and then the password could be something, just don't forget it. Okay, this super user has been created, and so let me run python manage.py run server, and let's follow the link in here and head over to the admin page. So let's enter the username of Mike and the password related to him. There we go. So now we have our panel. We can create users by here. And remember, we had in our previous tutorials, we had sign up. So we could add user by by going to the sign up form and creating new users. But here I can add as many users as I want. And remember, in our to-do list, we have users. We also have to-do IDs. So we have two IDs, either for the user or for the to-do. So each user has a to-do list, and each to-do list has an ID. So remember that. And also, if I want to put it into an example, so imagine that we have a social network or we have a website that everyone can sign up and log in, and then each user has a database, and each user can come in there and create a post or create something or write something to the social network. So imagine that there is a social network and everyone can come in and write something. So every user has a profile, and every profile for every user there are different posts. So the different posts have some specifications, such as the timestamp, the date related to updating the post, and also some writing, some content, and so on. So here what we're going to do is to create this kind of to-do list so that front-end developers can come along and develop the application. Anyway, let's get back to our project. So now let's continue with our project. Let's uncomment these two URLs and also stop the server. Now let's save the code in the urls.py and let's go to the models.py. Here we're going to continue our project, and we're going to create our models for our to-do list app. So from django.contrib.auth. So here we have different attributes. So we need the models, and we want to import user. So we import user in order to use it for each one of our users. And now here we're going to create a class for our to-do list. So class to-do, in here we have models.model. Okay, and here we're going to define so many different variables. The first of which is our task, right? So models.charField, and the maximum length is, you can put any number of characters, but let's say it 180. And in the next one, we're going to add the timestamp. So models.datetime field, and here we're going to add all of this together. So autonow.add equals to true, autonow equals to false, and blank equals true. So now the next part, we're going to add a Boolean variable here for checking whether it's completed or not, if the task is completed or not. So models.boolean field, and here we're going to set the default equals to false, because once you create it, it's not completed, so it's false. And blank equals true. There we go. And then the next one is for our update. So updated, or update time. So updated, the time related to updating. So models.datetime field again, and so autonow add equals to true. So let's keep our indentations. For clean code, and so blank equals to true. Blank equals to true. There we go. And also we need to add the user, right? So the models.foreign key, and so user equals to user, and so undelete models.cascade. So models.cascade, undelete models.cascade means that if you delete the user, everything related to that user will also be deleted. So for example, a user creates a post and a blog, the blogs and the posts will also be deleted. If we have a blog related to one user and the user decides to totally delete that blog that he or she has created, every data related to that blog will also be deleted, such as the updates and other data, the time related to update, anything related to that. So that is the meaning of cascade. And also we need to set blank equals to true, and null equals to true. There we go. So that's our model, and now let's create our def str function self, and we're going to return self.task, and that's it. So here are to-do a number of data or variables. The first one of which is the most important one, and we're going to return, is the task. And then we have the timestamp, which is going to automatically create it. We have completed, which is a Boolean field, and it is related to whether the task is completed or not. And so we also have the updated, which is related to the time that it is updated, and the user, which is related to the user, and we have defined it. So that's it. We've created the models, and we are ready to also complete our views.py and urls.py, the one that is related to to-do API, which now contains nothing in it. We're going to complete these two parts in the next videos, and that's it for this part.